Hey there, Ultizeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy 2. In the last episode, I was with Crabmaster doing stuff. And that's basically all I remember, because everything in my life right now has been kind of wacky and stressful, and I've been sick for a while and haven't been able to record in like 3 weeks. So let's just go to Starshine Beach and do the Comet Medal here, which I believe is a purple coin mission where I'm running across the water with the Speedy Yoshi. A Speedy Yoshi. Purple coin beach dash. And so, yes. This is like the last day of my sickness. I'm pretty much like 95% fine now. It's just that... Alright. So basically just run and aim well. Of which I'm apparently really bad at doing. There's way more than 100 though, but honestly the real main thing that you're gonna be wary of is the time limit more than anything else. But it stops once you get 100, so you could theoretically get every single one if you really wanted to, but you don't need to. And there we go. Nice quick easy star to start things off. I'm not complaining. Anyways, it has been a while, and so I'm happy that, you know, I can do stuff like this again, because I've been wanting to do a recording for like ages, but I have not been able to because of reasons. Anyways, Space Storm Galaxy. This galaxy is... I remember being a thing. Follow me, ba-bomb. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, I just remember it being, well, a thing. Anyways, it is now officially for me 1 more month until Super Mario Odyssey releases. Give or take, like, a couple of days. And that's pretty exciting, not gonna lie. And like I said before, I want to be able to finish this game before Odyssey comes out, so that I can kind of be like... I can go through the entirety of this Let's Play, like... feeling, I guess, content in the game itself. Rather than acknowledging its faults a little bit more than I would after playing, you know, what's likely gonna be a better game with better controls and stuff. It's worth the electricity. Yippee! And now we have points. Alright, so this is why it's follow me, Bob-omb, because we gotta make this Bob-omb follow us. On the path down there. And I failed, because he failed the corner. Tricky thing is also the electric gates, so I think it's probably just better to jump over them rather than try and move around them, because, ow. Well, I say that now, but... Well, there's a live stream here anyway, so it's fine. And, excuse me, Bob-omb, but I have things to go do. Let's see. And a life to live. Something you clearly don't really want much. Now this area kind of sucks as well, because remember that one Goomba mission from the... well, whatever it was? Very scientific description. Like, one of the diggy levels. Boulder Bowl, I think, maybe? The one with the rock mushroom and where you just had to get a Goomba to go to a Gearmo's location. Like, and that was it. Also, this is more use of pull stars than I remember this game even having. I'm really glad that worked, but I was about to get the star anyway. I was, like, grabbed by the pull star anyway. But yeah, there's a Top Man mission version of that mission for this level eventually, so that's why I was bringing it up. When I'm playing games actively, it can be hard for me to, like, come up with the actual words that I need to say to properly describe things and stuff. Anyways, a whole lot is now open to us, if we so desired. But I so desire to return to Space Storm, so I'm going to keep doing Space Storm. It's not that big of a deal. So, yay. The Top Man's top of tower, top tower. Anyways, what else can I talk about? How about the weird, random one-off video that I made recently? Where it's just... Cause, okay, so, you know how I mentioned I've been sick for a while? Well, for a while I've been wanting to play games, but basically unable to play stuff like Mario Galaxy. Or the upcoming game that I'm Let's Playing for after Legend of Spyro is finished. Legend of Spyro is already fully pre-recorded. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying that, by the way. But since Legend of Spyro is already pre-recorded, I've been doing another thing for afterwards that will be going up alongside the rest of Mario Galaxy, because Galaxy 2 is going to be a little bit longer as a Let's Play. I'm predicting around maybe like 30 episodes. Anyways, so I couldn't play either of those that I wanted to, which was a shame. And then, so as a result, I ended up playing a lot of a different game. I just went to that platform. I decided that as someone who has a somewhat questionable taste, I enjoy playing Sonic 06, so I decided to go through that game and, well, get 100% in it. There's no real other reason or justification beyond I just felt like doing it, but I enjoyed it. For the most part, I enjoyed it. There were parts that were really stupid, but I mean, it's to be expected with kind of, quite frankly, any game. And I 100% did Sonic 06. I got every S rank, every gold medal, every silver medal, everything, with every character. And let me tell you, parts of it were really, really mind-numbing. And if you're questioning why I did it, I like getting 100% in games, and honestly, the Sonic series, despite my tastes for basically all the games I played thus far, from Adventure to Unleashed, I still have an interest in getting everything in those games. I just, never did it. But I have an interest in, like, getting all 120 emblems of Sonic Adventure DX, and all 180 medals of Sonic Adventure 2, eventually. And all A ranks, I guess, in Sonic Heroes, theoretically. I don't know if I would be able to stand that game enough, but we'll see. In the distant future, who knows what could happen. But, so yeah. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get to this pipe. Here we go. This is, yeah, another garbage game. Well, Fire Flower box game. So I've been wanting to do that for ages. As well as getting, like, all the S ranks and medals of, and Sun and Moon medals of Sonic Unleashed and stuff. And eventually all the red rings of Colors, Generations, and Lost World. So that's been something that I've, you know, wanted to do. And so Sonic 06 is obviously a part of that. And so, since honestly, in some ways, Sonic 06 is the game that I enjoy the most overall in terms of gameplay, and since I just finished it for streams, personally on my own, I did the Shadow and Silver gameplay for the first time, and I was just kind of in the mood, and it was fresh in my mind, and so it was like, let me just get it done. And honestly, it wasn't as bad as you might think it to be. Yeah, there were still some problem spots, to be fair. Overall, it went surprisingly well. I would say, overall, the worst, consistently most worst thing in that was Kingdom Valley. The level with, like, the eagles and the castle ruins and all the water, and in Sonic's thing you run on the walls of the water a lot, and in Silver's thing you have to shoot down platforms, and when you're Shadow you have to use Rouge to find 3 keys, and you ride a hovercraft for a little bit and can easily get crushed by random debris falling and pushing you into death instantly. I learned how to reliably dodge that though, so that's a good thing. But overall, Kingdom Valley was the most consistently annoying thing in the entire thing, because it was just really frustrating to get S ranks on. Because in order to get S ranks in Sonic 06, you consistently need at least 50,000 points. So in order to get 50,000 points, generally you would have to have a decent time, decent enemy death rate, because enemies give you points, especially some of the larger enemies, like the big Eggman robots, or the golems if you're in the future, and stuff like that. So you want to kill lots of enemies, you want to do it decently fast. Sometimes you can get S ranks purely just from killing a bajillion enemies, which happens pretty consistently in the final level of Sonic's story, the aquatic base, which is the level with the weird balls that you walk on and stuff. And so sorry, I'm concentrating on playing the game at the same time. Again, it can be hard to think of what to do while also simultaneously playing a game. Splitting attention can just kind of do that. Oops. Well, okay. So, generally you want to kill enemies, do it decently fast. Sometimes that's unavoidable to take around 10 minutes, but otherwise you want to do it decently fast. Getting rings and keeping them to the end helps, but it's not always necessary. But the most definitive thing is to just not die, because dying at any point will wipe your score. And basically every level there's always some sort of checkpoint that you can't go back to. So, there's a checkpoint that you can't go to what happened beforehand. Generally because there's a loading screen in between checkpoints. So, basically, that whole no death thing was the most frustrating thing, because Kingdom Valley is a level that is very, very easy to die on, and all three instances of it, for Shadow, Sonic, and Silver, are really long levels. So you basically have to do it really well. You cannot die at any point during any of the levels. And they're genuinely kind of difficult levels to boot. And so that kind of sucked, all in all. But I got it done. I'm not sure if it was Silver's hard mode Kingdom Valley was worse, or if it was Sonic's regular mode Kingdom Valley. Surprisingly enough, the hard mode of stages was generally easier than the... It was generally easier to get the S rank for than the normal mode. Because, I mean, if you're not aware of this, in Sonic 06, in the stage select menu, you can go through a hard mode version of every level. It's nothing that you ever do just within the story mode of the game. It's only in the level menu select. Fuck. Gotta kill myself. Missed the gate. Anyways, the hard mode for every stage, basically, it's the same stage layout. Sometimes a switch or two might be in a different place. But for the most part, it's basically the same thing. Some things might seem a little harder, but... Come on. This is the problem with motion controls. They don't always do what you want. Why are you... I hold to the left and he starts going to the right, because motion controls. I hate motion controls. I really do. At least for the Wii era, because they just don't work well. They don't work reliably enough. Reliable controls are the most important thing in any game ever, and motion controls just aren't reliable. No! Come on! I hate motion controls so much! I guess what I should say, now that I finally did it, is that I hate motion controls when things aren't accommodating enough. Things like, say, the ball rolling mechanics, I would say are generally fine because they understand that they're more imprecise, and so there's usually a lot more leniency. And most of these Fluzzer levels are generally fine because there is leniency. But that one particular gate, I always distinctly remember as being way too frustrating to get to. And it is, having done it again right now. Anyways, again, you need to get through all the gates so that you can get the Comet Medal and not miss it! That's important too. But yeah, so motion controls are frustrating when they need to be too precise, and that one thing is just too precise. So, I guess that's less the fault of the motion controls and more the fault of the game design not accommodating enough for the fact that they're imprecise enough. They're too imprecise for something like that, where it's like, you have, in order to get that one gate, you have to tilt it at a specific way, at just the right time. Because, like, I knew it was coming, and I tried to do it the first time, but it took a lot of tries just to get the right timing for it. And, you know, that's annoying. I don't like doing that. But whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna unlock this just for the sake of unlocking it, and then I'm gonna go do that one comment, and then I'm gonna end the episode. So, I said zoom out. That's not zooming out. I don't know why you zoomed in. Back to World 3. Oh, I should not have done this then, I suppose. Okay. Anyways, what was I talking about? The last thing I remember is Kingdom Valley. But I feel like I tried to start moving on beyond that. I don't know. I might have been in the middle of talking about how every single character has to do something stupid. Oh well. It's besides the point. It's Sonic 06. Most people probably just are gonna dismiss it as just a terrible game, which, I mean, to be fair, it's not a good game, but I like it. Like, I'll never say it's a good game, but it's kind of a similar stance to my feeling on the adventure games, actually. Like, it's not a good game, but I think it's an enjoyably bad game. Or just an enjoyable game. Although, for the adventure games, it's less about the design and more just about the game in general, the games in general not always aging well. Yoshi, you suck. He accidentally backflipped. I never think of Yoshi as being able to backflip. It just seems awkward. Okay. This stage is much harder because of, you know, the whole double time thing. Although I do like it for that. Ooh. Wasn't expecting to land on that. Anyways, collecting silver stars is much harder now. Because it's a lot bigger. And you have less time on each square. It's always good to get this one last because it's not on a disappearing cube, I would say. But yeah, as far as the Sonic adventure games go, I don't think they're good games, but I do think that they are distinctly enjoyable games. There's definitely something enjoyable about them, at least parts of them. There are certain parts that may not be so much enjoyable, but I do think, like, especially in smaller doses, the adventure games are enjoyable games, regardless of their overall general quality, which is interesting that they can be kind of like that. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I'll go more into depth in the next episode, or maybe I'll just talk about something else, like an actual Mario game instead of a Sonic game. But anyways, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy 2, we're finished with World 3, so let's gonna continue to World 5, and I'll do one of these other new areas, such as this place, or this place. This place is the only place that isn't a question mark, apparently. I don't know. See you guys next time. Bye!